Get rich quickie! According to a ton of Marxists, the backbone of revolutionary Marxism is the falling rate of profit theory. It's supposedly the reason capitalism is unsustainable. The idea is that competitors will be trying to undercut each other, trimming their profit margins slimmer and slimmer. And if you take it to the limits, that means that eventually there will be no profit at all and the whole thing will collapse. Let's say the intrinsic value of a hamburger is $3. A man sells hamburgers for $5, making $2 profit. Then a competitor comes along and sells them for $4.50, so he lowers his price to $4, then the competitor lowers his to $3.50, and so on. Eventually it becomes impossible to sell a hamburger for more than $3, which means that no one can make a profit, and the industry collapses. There are a lot of problems with this, but the main one, as is the case with a lot of Marxist principles, is that it's just too simplistic. First, people don't sell the same hamburgers. Burger King didn't try to duplicate the Big Mac. They came up with a Whopper, which, among other things, was flame broiled instead of fried. They might be competing in the same market, but their products are not the same, and therefore might not be valued the same. Which brings us to reason number 2. There is no such thing as intrinsic value. Value is subjective. Are flame-broiled burgers better than fried? That's up to you. Third, even if we ignore the first two, companies do not compete on price alone. One might justify a higher price with better quality, for example. You have a choice of a lower quality but inexpensive burger, or you could pay more and get one of higher quality. Eugen von Bombaverk, and you have no idea how many takes it took me to get that name right, showed that it was mathematically faulty. Issues of the distribution of capital had already been pointed out by David Ricardo and Adam Smith before him, both of whom failed to solve it. Marx, yet again, just glossed over the problem. Marx insisted that intermediate terms would make it work again, but he never provided any sort of proof, nor has any Marxist since. And of course, all the empirical evidence against it was written off by Marx by just saying that it was just a tendency. Of course, here it is 150 years later. If there were anything to falling rate of profit theory, we should have spiraled into the abyss long ago. Instead, capitalism is still going strong. As far as it's allowed to by governments, that is.